Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you've ever built a report in Power by Desktop and wanted your slicers to sync up across multiple pages, you probably know how tricky it can be to keep your filters consistent for your viewers or team. Well, today I'm going to show you exactly how to sync a slicer across several pages in Power BI. By the end of this video, you'll be able to set up your reports so that when someone selects a filter or a year, for example, their selection stays in place no matter which page they're on. This is super handy for keeping your dashboards clean and intuitive, and it makes a big difference in user experience. Let's get started. Imagine you've got your Power BI report open and you've already built 3 pages, each with a slicer, let's say, to filter by year. You click the slicer on the first page, choose a different year, but then you flip to the second or third page and oh, the slicer hasn't changed. Each page is acting independently. This is pretty common because, by default, Power BI slicers don't talk to each other across pages unless you specifically tell them to. Here, how you can make them work together. First, head to your first page, the one with the slicer you want to sync. Click directly on that slicer to select it. I recommend doing this slowly and carefully because you want to make sure you're clicking the actual slicer visual, not something on top of it. You'll know you've selected it because you'll see those little handles pop up around the slicer. Now, with your slicer selected, head up to the ribbon at the top of Power BI Desktop and click on the View tab. Don't worry if you haven't used the View tab much. It has some powerful features for report editing, and today we're going to use it to get to the sync options. In the View tab, look for the Sync Slicer button and click it. This is going to open up a new panel on the right side of your screen called the Sync Slicers pane. The Sync Slicers pane basically shows you a list of all the pages in your report. In our case, we have 3. Next to each page name, you'll see some boxes, one for whether the slicer is visible on that page and another for whether the slicer should be synced across that page. Here, where the magic happens. To sync your slicer across all 3 pages, simply check the sync boxes for each page. Take a moment to check that you're ticking the right ones. Sometimes there are a lot of visuals and pages and it's easy to mix things up. It's totally okay if your slicer is visible in some places and hidden in others. The sync part is what's important. As long as the boxes in the sync column are checked for each page, the slicer selections will follow the user anywhere they go in your report. Now let's put this to the test. Go to one of your pages with a sync slicer, try selecting a different year or whatever your slicer filters. Flip to another sync page and voila, that selection has automatically carried over. This is such a neat feature because it means your users won't have to reselect filters every time they switch pages. It keeps their workflow smooth and prevents possible confusion. And that's it. You've just synced a slicer across multiple pages in Power BI Desktop. It might take a few tries to get comfortable with the syncing panel if it's new for you, but once you've done it a couple times, it'll feel second nature. If you ever make changes to your pages, just revisit the Sync Slicers pane to update your selections. It's always right there in the View tab. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, please hit the like button, and if you have any questions or want to share your experience with slicer syncing, drop a comment down below. I always love hearing from you. Don't forget to subscribe for more Power BI tips and tutorials. See you next time.